Okay. Hi, Ashley. Um, I can feel you growing and changing a lot, and I'm really excited for what you have planned because, like, I just feel like, I don't know, but I think you're just growing more and more secure within yourself in a really positive way. And I'm so proud of you because that is exactly what we need, you know what I mean? And I feel like you're learning a lot about emotions in general. Then again, you're always learning about emotions, which I love. But what I mean by that is you're not becoming like emotionless, but you're stepping out of it. You know what I mean? You're literally like pulling yourself out of it, and you're like, okay, you're like sitting with yourself, you know? Because like, I feel like a part of you just cannot do it anymore. You cannot do the fake and shallowness with like to yourself, you know? That's just not who you are. And I'm so proud of you. And what I mean by that is like, we need to like pull out and just be. But I love being like, I don't know, because like I know that these videos will like help whoever it's meant to help if they find you, because you're probably in the same mindset as me, because that's what my energy does. It just brings in that type of people, because you're probably meant to hear this. I know I need this, but I'm just really happy for you. You're so awesome because you tell yourself the truth. You show yourself the truth of what is actually going on in your reality. You don't lie to yourself. You're genuine with yourself. And I love that. Because that's what we need in this world. We need the truth. We need reality. We need not the lies to ourselves. Yeah. You're just like walking love, you know? And I love that about you because it oozes off of you. And life is about figuring out who you are. Not forcing yourself to figure out who you are, but about just being you and doing you, you know? And I think it's so important for us to talk with ourselves and sit with ourselves, because like that's where you really are, you know? You're not anywhere else. You're actually with your mind, body, and soul. And that's real because you're telling yourself the truth. You're not lying to your body. You're not lying to your mind. I'm just really happy for you because, yeah, you just keep growing and growing and growing unconsciously, and that's beautiful. So don't ever feel like you need to force change, because change already happens for you naturally. All you need to do is just follow your heart and do what you feel called to do, because if you feel called to do it, then yeah, it's for a reason. Just go for it. But yeah, you are what you receive. But yeah, You're probably like, oh my god. Okay, at first you were like, you're like, what is this feeling? And now you're like, oh, wait a minute. You're never alone. You know why? Because you have a human being with you. Your body. Your body has feelings. You have feelings. And when you mix that with your mind, it gets a little magical there, because you're like, whoa, how do I transmute this energy into love, power, and beauty? By pulling out and being like, okay, I'm gonna be easier on myself every day. And you try more and more, and you become more and more aware and conscious, and you grow and you shine, and you're just getting so much done, like the boss that you are. You really are that boss. And it's better to do it alone, you know what I mean? So don't ever feel like when you're doing it alone that nothing's possible. But when you're doing it alone, you should know that everything is possible. So I believe in you, and I'm not gonna stop believing in you until it's time to move on. But yeah, I just have so much passion, and I want to share it. Like what's going on in our world. I think it's a little chaotic. I think it's a lot of people who, when I think about the situations that are happening in this world, I think it's a lot of people who are afraid, and instead of pulling out of their emotions and taking a step back and collecting their thoughts, it becomes chaos, you know, because people want to be in those emotions and act on them because they feel like it'll give them satisfaction. But we just need to communicate better, you know? Yeah. And it's just a lot in the world, you know, and it's important to be so grateful and have a lot of gratitude for where you are and for how far you've come as a person, because where you are and how far you've come as a person is so much more inspiring, you know, because it like triggers things in people, and then they're like, whoa, I didn't know people could get to that level or that deep, you know what I mean? But anybody can, if they choose to, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just want to know, like, pray with me, because I want to pray for humanity. I want to pray for all the minds on this world and this generation and the generations before us, for just love, kindness, beauty. And when I mean beauty in in everything you see. Seeing something so little and just seeing the most beautiful things that it could be, you know? Like you. Like you, girl. Because you're a star. Don't ever forget that. Because I know you won't. And you can do anything you put your mind to. So don't ever stop trying to put your mind to something. Because trust me, it is possible. You've showed me so many times how possible it is. So I pray for humanity in the minds of all the people in this world. And I pray for love and healing and just peace and harmony for everyone as much as we can, and that we can all come together one day and be in alignment and civilized by pulling away from our emotions and just being people that we're meant to be. Because our natural essence is kindness, compassion, love, authentic love, unconditional love for every being in this world, even for the beings that are not at your level, you know? But yeah. And it's cool because I know if this video, like if you feel drawn to a video like this, it's because you're at that level of consciousness where it's like, be real with yourself. Genuinely be so real with yourself, because when you're real with yourself, you see the version of you that you're meant to be. The version of you that remembers that life is all about love, light, and beauty. The smallest things, you know. But yeah, I just really hope that we can talk more about what's going on in the world. And just like, even if it's like one person, you know what I mean? It causes a ripple effect. And the more ripple effects of people wanting to be more aware is really beautiful, because it shows that people genuinely care about themselves, you know? But yeah, I love you so much. Keep being the awesome version that you are. Take it slow on yourself, and remember that you only live once. And use your discernment when I say that, because everybody has free will, but people have different levels of free will. My free will is completely different than the version of you now, you know what I mean? Because like the version of you now, aka me, is like, my free will is completely different than the free will that I'm gonna want to have later on, you know what I mean? Because we're constantly growing and changing. So just know that you can trust yourself, you can believe in yourself, and amazing and positivity is always around you no matter what. Even when you don't want to see it, it is. And that's the beautiful part about life and the little things. So yeah, I love you so much. Have a great night. And yeah, bye.